If you have a debit card or a credit card, you need to know about this.
A camera outside a New Jersey home captured masked attackers robbing this mailman.
They took the arrow key.
Criminals are wiping out bank accounts using your own mailbox. Yes, that same mailbox that you use every week. And the debit cards? Those are just an appetizer. You should see what they're doing with checks. This scam is a lot bigger than just a few missing letters. It's part of a growing trend that's been reported in cities all across the country.
This is them going up to one night in January and actually taking the mail out of the mailboxes. And what they were looking for were checks, they were looking for debit cards, they were looking for lines of credit to get people's information.
Criminals aren't just stealing your mail, they're turning it into cash, and they're not working alone. Let's start with the part that they never tell you about. People are actually getting their debit cards stolen without their wallets ever going missing.
I received a phone call from a detective in Palos Heights. He said to me, "You are the victim of identity theft. Someone has stolen your mail."
What do you think would have happened if the police hadn't called you in time?
Oh, I completely know they would have just emptied out my bank account.
In Houston, a woman received a brand new card in the mail. Sealed envelope, official bank logo. She never opened it. And yet, 3 days later, the card was activated, used at a gas station, in a grocery store, and a luxury shoe dealer before she ever had the opportunity to open it. Her bank claimed that she gave out the PIN, but she never even opened the envelope. So you know what actually happened? Someone stole her mail. Someone had access to what's supposed to be federally protected property, and she's not alone. This isn't just a mail theft, this is mail harvesting. Organized groups are stealing mailboxes across entire zip codes, not just once, but every single week.
Police arrested the alleged mail theft crew after they targeted 2,200 addresses across suburban Chicago last year. Investigators also recovered replicas of postal arrow keys. Each master key opens hundreds of blue collection boxes and cluster mailboxes in a given area. We found countless examples of thieves using them to unlock mailboxes and steal what they want.
And they're not just after debit or credit cards, they're taking Social Security letters, state benefits, unemployment cards, bank statements, and anything else they can use to activate accounts or steal identities. So you might be thinking, okay, that sounds like identity theft, but I promise you it's so much deeper than that. This is a system built on stolen arrow keys from USPS employees, inside help from other postal workers.
Just on Monday, this Gwinnett County couple were victims. The Postal Service Inspector General acknowledges many of these are inside jobs, telling me, quote, "We continue to focus on postal employees who steal from the mail, with a growing emphasis on external criminal organizations that target, recruit, and collude with them to steal valuable items like checks and credit cards."
And those debit cards, again, those are just the starting point, because the real money isn't something that's far more basic and something that you probably used this week. Let me show you exactly what they're really after. First of all, government mail. Anything with your name, address, or social security number, that is a payday for these criminals.
She found out someone pretending to be her convinced Social Security to divert her $1,200 to a Visa card.
How does this happen?
Really, it's the availability of your personal information.
We're talking IRS refund checks, disability or SSI notices, Medicare enrollment forms, unemployment debit cards, and secondly, bank system letters. Not the card, not the check. The stuff that tells the criminals where you bank and what type of accounts you have.
Look at what we found for sale online. Not just master keys, but people's actual mail, including checks full of sensitive information. An identity thief's dream.
And this is where it gets scary. They don't always use your name. They scan your mail, create a brand new identity, and attach your documents as proof to open new bank accounts, apply for credit, even walk into the DMV office and get a valid ID. Now, once they've harvested your information, they move on to the final page, the one piece of paper that people still trust, the one tool that still moves thousands of dollars with just a signature. And that's why I use today's sponsor, Aura. Because when someone builds a new identity using your mail, they're not stealing your name, they are about to take over your life. And the real scary thing is these mailboxes are not the only place where your information isn't safe. It's not safe online either. And most companies don't report a data breach for over 277 days. That's 9 months where scammers can open accounts, rack up credit, or run up fake medical bills, all before you knew anything's wrong. But Aura scans the dark web and alerts me fast if any of my personal information shows up. And if someone tries to open a bank account in my name, they don't just warn me, they back me up with up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. You can try Aura for 14 days at aura.com/boydclueless or hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. Because trying to protect yourself after your mail's already been stolen, that's like putting a lockbox on the mailbox after the thieves have already emptied it. And once they're done with your ID, they go on to something even more dangerous. Checks. Yes, checks. Because checks still move real money, and scammers are using them to wipe people's bank accounts out in a matter of days.
They know not to use these blue boxes outside, but they say even when they walk inside to drop off mail, checks are being stolen.
These are copies of checks that I wrote out that were hijacked.
It's happened twice to Decatur pediatrician Carol Herman in the past 6 months. Her business checks stolen after being dropped in the mail here.
The check was changed from $100 to $5,000 and cashed the very same day that I put it inside this Decatur post office on Pond.
It's called check washing. It's been used right now in neighborhoods just like yours. Victims are reporting thousands of dollars, not through credit cards or hacked accounts, but through checks they wrote themselves. For utility, for rent, even donations to their church. All of it intercepted, washed, rewritten, and cashed before they even knew it was gone. And this isn't new, it's just gotten smarter.
If you have sent checks using USPS during the last 3 years or so, there's high probability that the check was intercepted by criminals and that your identity is at risk as well.
Cybercrime expert David Maimon says criminals are even using these stolen checks to forge new ones, making it a multi-million-dollar enterprise. He found all these stolen checks posted on the dark web.
Let's talk about how you can protect yourself starting today right now. Use gel pens when writing checks. Ballpoint ink can be washed away. Gel ink bonds to the paper and it's much harder to remove. And number 2, don't mail checks from your personal mailbox. Drop them inside of the post office, but never in those blue collection bins after hours. And number 3, activate USPS informed delivery. It's free and it lets you see what's arriving before it even hits your mailbox by sending it directly to your email. This is a service that I use and I absolutely love it. Next, shred your old mail, especially anything with your name, account number, or address. Even junk mail can be used to build a fake profile on you that could lead to identity compromise. And if you are expecting a debit card or benefits in the mail, track it like a package, and if it doesn't arrive, call your bank immediately. Now here's the part that most people overlook. Don't just protect the card, protect the envelope, because once they have your mail, they have you. And if you've already been hit by this or know someone who has, I promise you, you are not alone. Drop a comment below if your mail's ever gone missing or if a check or debit card was stolen. We need to share these stories because scammers don't win when people are aware. They win when we stay silent. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I cover scams every single week to help people protect themselves and their families. Now, these scammers are always up to something crazy, so check these videos out right here because YouTube thinks you'd love them and so do I. Peace.